Hey guys, welcome. This is 1.7. We've already did the first part of 1.7, and now we're doing the second part, and that is combining like terms. So at the top, 1.7, combining like terms would be perfect. All right, I'm going to read this to you, and we're going to actually write all this in. This is going to be all of our notes for this section. So from here all the way over to here, and then we're going to do some examples. Okay, so in an algebraic expression, a term is a number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A variable, x, y, z, or the product of a number and one or more variables. So 5x or 8x squared minus, or not minus. So product means multiplication. A constant is a term that has no variable. So constants are all of our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. No variable. Constant means they stay the same. 5 is always going to be 5. It doesn't change. A coefficient is the numerical factor of a term. So that basically means it's the number in front of a variable. So all of our coefficients, 6 is in front of our variable, -5 is in front of our variable, 3 is in front of our variable. So we can rewrite expressions as sums to identify these parts of an expression. So we look here, and what you can do is kind of take a look. This is our original statement. Here they're breaking up all the different coefficients. This is a constant because it does not have a variable, and then it has 1, 2, 3, 4 different terms. Notice they're kind of separated by subtraction and plus signs. Okay? Alright, in the algebraic expression, 6a squared minus 5ab plus 3b minus 12, the terms of the coefficient of 6, -5, and 3, and the term -12 is constant. We also have this thing called like terms, meaning they have the same variable factor, so they have the exact same variable attached to them. To identify like terms, compare the variable factor of terms as shown. So 7a and -3a both have a, so their variable factor is a, like terms, yes. X squared, yes. a, not the same, so no. X, y squared, y squared, very similar, but not the same. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, so here's our first example, and what I recommend, so again, we're going to write this out, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to simplify the expression, so we're going to be combining like terms. What you want to do is you want to identify your like terms right away. I immediately go to my variables. I see this term x. I don't see any other x term. I go to y. I don't see another y term. I do see 10 right here, and I do see 8. Now, I like to box or circle my like terms, so I know that those are the ones I'm going to combine. Now, notice that I included the sign in front of 8 that allows me to know if I'm going to add or subtract them. So the 10 and the 8 are going to add to make 18, but I leave the rest of it as 5x minus y because nothing else combines. So this is actually our most simplified form. We have 3 different terms here. We have 18 as a constant, 5 is the coefficient of this term, and this is actually a coefficient of -1. Okay, let's take a look at another problem. Okay, so problem 2 here. Again, I want to go ahead and identify those like terms, so I'm going to go ahead and use color. So xy, x squared, y, not the same, so those do not combine, and xy, so these pieces right here are the same. Now notice how I did this. I made a mistake, okay? Because if I circle it like this, I'm going to take 5xy and 4xy. I'm going to combine them and get 9. What I should have done, okay, and I made this mistake on purpose. What I should have done, erase this. I should include the sign in front of it. Now I see I have 5xy, but I have a -4xy. So when I combine those, I'm only left with just 1xy or xy. Again, this one doesn't change, so we just leave it as -2x squared y. And there's our final answer. Alright, let's look at another one. Okay, we're going to treat this as our last one here. Again, let's go ahead and identify our like terms. AB, AB. So we can go ahead and box these. Again, I'm including their sign. That's also an AB, and that one's also AB. So in fact, all these are like terms, so I really just have to deal with the coefficients only. So my coefficients here are -2 positive 1, positive 9, and a negative 3. So all I really have to do is deal with those numbers, combine them, and then I leave AB at the end. So negative 2 plus 1 is a negative 1. And again, some of you can do this faster in your head. I'm just kind of taking my time. Negative 1 plus 9 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. So we get 5 as our coefficient, and we keep AB as our variable on it. Okay? So 5AB. Alright guys. Cheers, mate. Watch this actually. This is gonna be nifty. Nifty. You cannot see me. I am invisible. You'll never see me. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, goodbye. You will never see me. You will never see me. You cannot see what I'm doing. I am not doing anything. You'll never notice me. Ha 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 ha.